It's Tara here from ABI Interiors, and we're standing outside the Grotto. The architecture of this home, as you can sort of tell from the outside, is a little bit brutalist, but then it's wrapped in this greenery. It's quite hard to explain with words, so come along, check it out. So as soon as you step in the front door, the architecture of this home quite literally transitions you from outdoor to indoor in this sweeping curves here with a window looking out onto these tropical gardens. We've got a formal dining area here and a nice outdoor coffee seated area outside. Now we will get upstairs soon, but this home is spread across 3 levels, so there's a lot to get to. I guarantee there's a few lovely surprises along the way, so stick around. Here's a bar area. There are just so many moments in this home where the outdoors are invited in. And here's a lovely example, this sitting area here, where the window opens the entire way up. What a spot to read a little book. Got this internal courtyard, just bringing that greenery into the home. And finally, the kitchen and living area. So the owners of this property wanted to create something unique for Brisbane. And one of the ways they've done this is by using this raw materiality. So they've brought in this limestone flooring, really textured rendered white walls, and then we have to talk about this board form concrete here. So we see this in the ceilings downstairs. We also saw it in the feature wall of the dining space. It's actually a concrete that's been inlaid with the texture of timber boards, so it almost adds like a beige undertone to the grey. Just a really different texture for the space. And of course we have to talk about this island bench. What a clever idea to build the booth seating into the bench itself. You're working with a 400 square metre block, there's only so much room, so little ideas like this just allow that bit of extra space in the other areas like the living. You might have noticed they've only got the tiny Ohalu sink out here. You might not think it's that functional, but it's actually quite a clever way of designing your kitchen. Their big sink, along with their butler's pantry, is tucked around the corner, so when you've got guests over, they can throw all the mess away and it's hidden from sight. From the outer area, you can fully appreciate just how insane the architecture of this home is. That formwork is floating above the pool. You've got dangling vibes. It feels like a rainforest oasis out here. I'd love to just stop right here and go for a swim, but unfortunately, I've got the rest of the house to show you, so let's go check out the guest suite. So we're back past the kitchen now. You've got a powder room off to your right and the guest suite off to the left. So they wanted the guest wing to feel like a hotel as soon as you stepped inside. And one of the ways they've done that is by bringing this vanity outside of the main ensuite. Not only does it give off that hotel vibe, but it's a beautiful architectural focus point for the room. So we're down in the basement and we've got a wine cellar here. And through here is arguably my favourite surprise of this whole house. The cinema room. Can you imagine having a movie night here with the girls, grabbing a bottle of red from the wine cellar and putting on a good chick flick? What a house and what a room. Let's head upstairs. So the master is up through this way. Love that green bed head there. This ensuite feels cohesive with the rest of the home. We're seeing a lot of the same finishes, that limestone, the dolomite here, and then of course the gunmetal, which adds a nice contrast with the tapware against the more muted tones. So the opposite end from that master bedroom, we enter the kids' wing. First up, we've got little daughter's room, and this is just such a great inclusion here. This raised ledge has this padding on it. It actually has a connecting door to next door, so you can go and annoy your siblings whenever you want. We've got a powder room, another bedroom, the main upstairs bathroom. They've added a green stone look tile in there, which is a nice point of difference for the space. 5th bedroom's behind me, and a kids' sitting area. Kids even have an alfresco area of their very own. And here we reach the staircase, which leads back down to that outdoor area. The architect of this home was inspired by grottos and caves when designing the space, and I think you can definitely see that shining through. There's moments of airiness and openness and that connection to nature, but then there's also nooks that are isolated and make you feel cozy and warm. I love that idea of taking that concept and transforming it into the layered home that this is. I feel so lucky to have toured this home with you today. I feel so inspired. I hope that you do as well. See you next time, guys.